Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Listen, today I'm going to do something a little bit different than my normal videos. Normally, I'm sharing with you a lot of the AJDT best day trade stocks, setups, conditions, support and resistance levels, even try to sort of weave some teaching and training into my videos when I talk about specific stocks. We will get to the charts, but today I wanted to take a few minutes with you and talk about something a little bit different. If you're feeling like I'm feeling right now, then listen. I know that the market has been extremely rough lately. The charts are red, the headlines are loud, there's a bunch of emotions running high. But here's the truth: this pullback is actually something that you would have to understand is normal. I know it doesn't seem like it right now. Today actually looked like worse than Liberation Day, April 2nd tariff announcement, right? But this is actually very healthy for the market. It's setting the stage for all of us to see what is coming next. Now, please remember that this is not financial advice. I'm not in any way telling you to run out and buy a bunch of stuff. I'm not also telling you to run out and sell all your stuff. Don't panic sell, which is a big part of what I want to share with you. But what I am telling you and wanting to explain to many of you that haven't been in the market for a long time and that may be new here to the channel, that the stock market moves in cycles. They rise, they rest, and they reset. And what we're seeing right now is exactly just that. It's a major correction, a major reset, a major retest of the total market. But this is not the end of the run. It's a pause before we start writing the next chapter. And you have to decide right now, are you closing out the last chapter and getting ready to start writing the new chapter with me? Or are you going to be stuck in the last chapter trying to figure out how it ends? Now, I don't want you stuck in the last chapter. I want you in the next chapter with me because we're going to be writing this chapter together. Every great rally in market history had moments just like this: a shakeout, which tests your patience, your discipline, and most importantly, your conviction. Where are you as a retail day trader or a stock investor? Where is your conviction? The traders and the investors over time and in history that stayed calm, well, the best way to put it, those that held their strategy and trusted their plan, which you have to have a plan. If you are trading and getting in and out of the stock market blindly, just jumping in and out where you think it's good, you think it's bad, then you're just gambling. You're not actually investing. You're not using experience and knowledge and education to become a successful trader. You're gambling. And you have to have a strategy and learn how to be an investor. But the ones that have stayed calm through days like this, the ones that remain, in their conviction of staying strong within where they are, well, they're the ones that always come out stronger on the other side. Do you want to be someone that comes out strong on the other side? I do. I'm going to be totally flat transparent with you and tell you that based on the last several days, I'm down about $12,000 in this portfolio. I'm down way more in my long-term portfolio. Just look at Palantir and what's been happening with Palantir lately. Okay, look at Nvidia. Look at Tesla. Look at what happened to Netflix. Okay, I am down considerably. But my everyday go-to account, my Webull account that I day trade with, I'm down about, well, after the little bit of a run up later in the day, I'm probably closer to 11,000 right now. And that's just being totally honest with you. So the first thing I will share with you is that if you are a day trader, then protect your capital. You have to be selective, not reactive. Wait for clean setups, and the market always gives you another chance. We're going to see it in the charts. We're going to see that once we finally hit a bottom today, and it was like, oh my God, and it almost makes my skin stand up on itself right now. But thinking about those nails going down a chalkboard, oof, I just gave myself like the hairs are standing up and goosebumps. I need a minute to reset because I'm still thinking about that. but waiting for this market to do what we finally knew it was going to do today and hit a bottom and base out and then start to make a turn. It was waiting a long time, but it did it. And we're going to see it in the charts. And that's where a smart investor, a smart trader gets into stocks that can run up to make money, maybe even recover some money you may have lost in this drop. But the one thing I will absolutely 100% tell you, and I explain this to my wife all the time, and thank God she totally gets it. I don't lose anything until I sell it. Yes, I'm in Rigetti. Yes, I'm in SMR. And they're down a lot right now, thousands of dollars. But do I think they're never going to come back? No, it may take some time for that part of my portfolio to recover. Absolutely. But have I lost anything? No, I'm just down right now. My account is down because of the stocks that are down. So make sure that when you give this market another chance to make money, you are very selective about what you get in and what you get out. Now, if you are a longer term investor, swing or long term holds, then just zoom out. All right. You got to look left and you got to look at the bigger picture. Go to the daily chart, go to the weekly chart, go to the monthly chart, and look and see what those stocks that you have believed in, that you have been loyal to, that you have been dedicated to for all this time, what have they done over time? Because if a couple weeks of a hard drop back causes you to lose total loyalty or dedication or trust in a stock, you should have never been in it from the first go. Because that means you're picking companies that don't have good long-term potential or have proven themselves over time to be good companies with good past results. You've got to pick the right companies to get into their right stocks. So zoom out and take a look at your portfolio a little bit to understand where they're at. Corrections create opportunities, not problems. I've heard several times today people talking in the Discord about, landing up with this huge problem of being down so much. Well, you're down, but that's not a problem. That is an opportunity for you. Every dip brings great companies back to fair value. And that's where wealth is quietly built. You have to understand that this market where we were was oversold. It had to correct. What happened this week, starting last week, is really what we've been talking about and what we've been waiting for since September. September was supposed to be what we see going on right now. September was the huge correction month. And then we got into October with some tax harvesting, which draws it down more. But where we're at right now is what we should have already seen in September and been back to a level playing field in October, moving into the November, December rally. And I'm not giving you financial advice or promising this, but I can tell you from past experience as an investor, as a retail day trader, November and December are going to rally. Certain sectors are going to run, and that's where you get in and make money. You make your money. This bull market is not dead yet. Matter of fact, we were joking earlier saying that the bears and the bulls are kissing right now. And we need to see tomorrow morning which one wakes up, which one goes to bed. But basically, right now, they are hanging out together. Now, I don't know if I like it so much, but I'm hoping that the bulls put the bears back to bed and they continue to get back onto this bull trend. The S&P 500, the SPY, at the end of the day today showed promise that it wants to start its trek back up and pull everything up with it. Netflix's earnings didn't help at all. It actually hurt many stocks. Tesla met expectations on their earning results today at the market close, but guess what it did? It dropped like a concrete block. So it continued to pull back with the rest of the market. That didn't help today. Every dip brings these great companies back to fair value, like I said, and that's where we're going to build wealth quietly. There are hedge funds, there are institutions right now that are laughing at what happened in the market the last few days. There are wealthy people right now that are waiting to see what we believe we saw tonight, right before the market closed. Around 2:30 is when the market finally hit a bottom. And we believe that's where the wealthy are looking, going like, now's the time. Hit the buy button. Not advice, but that's what I am doing. I bought immediately into QBTS. Immediately, it didn't even take me a minute. From 2 o'clock to 2:15 to 2:30, when I watched those green candles and I saw we had flattened out, and I looked at the S&P 500, and I looked at APLD that I'm in, and I looked at APLX, and I looked at all these stocks that I'm in that are turning and running back up, I made a purchase of QBTX. And it's running. Now, did it pull back a little bit? Yes, it did. But will it continue to run? Yes, it will. And that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Take a deep breath. Everybody, right now, do it with me. Let's take a deep breath. Stay centered. Stay focused. And don't let this short-term noise shake your long-term goals. I'm going to ask you to remember one thing before we go into the charts. The market rewards patience, not panic. This is your chance to focus on discipline, not emotion. Leave the fear and the emotions outside the door and be focused and disciplined as an investor. Where you sit right now, get focused and disciplined as an investor. This is not a crash. This is a setup. And when the next leg higher begins, you will be glad that you stayed steady when everyone else was losing focus. So keep your head up, keep your plan tight, and your vision clear. Better days and bigger gains are coming, and we're going to ride this out together. Stay focused, stay strong. We're going to ride this out together. Let's go to the charts just for a few minutes, just to kind of look and see where we're at and what we saw. And this is not to kind of freak anybody out, but I think you should look at the positivity of this, right? Because here's the S&P 500, and you're looking to see that we had a pretty good 24-hour overnight, and then we ran through the pre-market, and that's where we ran on this down. And then you see what I shared right here at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon is when you got this green candle, not quite engulfing yet. It responded and tried to push back down. The sellers tried to push this thing back down, but the buyers won. And we had this engulfing candle that caused it on this up run. And guess what? The entire market went with it. If I pull up the AJDT best day trade stocks, forget about the earnings for Tesla right now, but you can see that around 2 o'clock, here it is, 2 o'clock, flattened out, turned, and started running up. AMD, same thing. NVIDIA, same thing. Palantir, same thing. We can go through every single one of them, and you're going to see exactly the same thing, but that's not what this video is about. So take a deep breath, shut all this down, go take a walk, go ride a bike, go walk with family, take your dog for a walk, go do something, get some fresh air, shake this off. Let's see how we do through the 24-hour market into tomorrow morning, and stay focused about all of where your goals are, where you want to be, and make sure that you come back ready tomorrow to start. Listen, if this is your first time here, thanks for jumping into this video. Hit the subscribe button for me, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And lastly, if you like what you're hearing, well, you can hear this more often and you can become part of our community. Go down and hit the join button. In the description, it tells you what to do. But when you hit that join button, join the elite membership, which gives you access to our brand new, just building AJDT Discord. We're doing really good in it so far, sharing a lot of plays and setups and things that I don't post here and so on YouTube, that I'm not sending out to main subscribers, but putting it in there for our members. If you just want to see posts and setups, charts, things like that, you can join the basic membership and you're going to see those posts. I do some live strategy, box strategy. I do some charting and I post that. I put one out there last night for the members, just kind of sharing some of the stocks where they're at, some things I've been looking at, like the trade desk, like QBTX waiting for the drop, like Palantir, like APLD and APLX, etc. and just kind of working through several things that I see based on charting, based on patterns that are potentially going to have a nice run. And I'm sharing that in the in the group with the members. If you want to get in there, please jump in and join. The prices are not going to stay where they are right now. They will eventually start to increase as we get more momentum on membership. But for right now, compared to other Discords, it's a great value, a great price to get in. Lock in your spot now. Become part of the AJDT family. We'll be happy to have you there. All right, listen, take that deep breath now. Josh out. God bless you. Peace.